It's Monday morning. It's time for 10 Minutes with Tim. Top of my head's cut off a little bit, but that's okay. I think it's still there, but it's not on the screen. Okay, so the title of today's episode of 10 Minutes with Tim, where I give you 10 minutes worth of my 2 cents, is sports fans are the worst. Here's what I mean. All right, so I'm going to use baseball as the example today. I'm a Mets fan, a New York Mets fan. I was born that way. It wasn't something I decided at any point. I just was born a Mets fan. My mom was a Mets fan, or is a Mets fan. And her grandmother, to hear the story told, her grandmother was a Mets fan, and that's how she became a Mets fan, and then by proxy, that's how I became a Mets fan. So, as you know, if you watched Saturday night's show, or if you just happen to actually also watch sports like the rest of the world, baseball's back. They're actually started the season. We're 3 games in. And, for the most part, I don't think any teams swept their first series. I think everybody's either 1-2 or 2-1. I don't think anyone won all 3 games so far. That may be untrue, but I don't think so. I don't think anyone did. But I follow a lot of, a few Mets, New York Mets Facebook pages, right? And obviously, after game 1 of the season, we were 1-0. We won the first game, 1-0. And then the second game, we were down 1, I think. We were down 1, and then we scored 2 runs, so we were up 2-1. And then we ended up losing 5-3 in extra innings. Now, the way that extra innings works this year is a little bit different. If you go into extra innings in baseball this year, you start off the inning with a man on second base. So the idea behind that is to shorten the game. You're basically starting off with a guy in scoring position. So if you get a good single to left or to right field, like, you're probably going to score a run, right? So basically, what's happening in the Mets fan pages is fans are already basically giving up on the team. They're yelling and screaming about... So last night, Last night, we ended up just getting destroyed. We never had a chance to win last night. We lost 14-1 against the Braves. Go Braves, right? We ended up losing 14-1 last night. And fans are livid. They're like, management sucks. Our pitching sucks. I'm done with the season. And I'm like, it's 3 games in. We're 3 games into the season. And we won one of them. And they're like out of control, crazy with their like their unhappiness with the team. And I don't understand that. What it seems to me is that it's here's the question I guess I have based on that information. Why do fans of sports teams expect their team to win every game? Why do they expect that to happen? In baseball, why do you even expect your team to win every series? Like, I understand that if you win every series, you're gonna win, like, you're gonna make the playoffs, basically, right? Like, if you win every series in baseball, you're gonna end above 500, well above 500, and you're gonna definitely make the playoffs. You're probably gonna win your division. You're playing damn good baseball. But that's not likely. That's not how it works. You're gonna lose some games. You're gonna lose games along the way. Like, it's just the way it is. But fans think that their team is supposed to win every single game. And that's not even feasible. Like, in football, football's the only sport of the big three, even including hockey, the big four, right? In the US, where they play few enough games to make it feasible for a team to win all of them. Even with baseball cutting back to 60 games this season, it's impossible. It's impossible for a team to win every game. It's almost impossible for a team to win. There's 60. Winning 50 would be crazy. That would be out of control if a team won 50 games. So going back to the Mets example, or any other team that went 1-2 so far in the season, you could still lose 8 more games and still do stupid, like a ludicrous season and still lose 8 more games. You could lose 18 more games and still be 40-20. It's still 2/3 of the games that you play, you would win. So for fans to be losing their minds 3 games into the season because their team lost 2 is absolutely absurd to me. And then, so that's that part. Now I want to bring up something else that happened on the Mets specifically, because I don't really pay that much attention to baseball as a whole, so I don't see things that happen by other for other teams. But Mets specifically, our closer comes in 2 days ago when we were winning the game in the 9th inning. I'm pretty sure we were 1 out away from a win, and the Braves scored, drove in a run to tie it up and put us into extra innings, where they scored 3 more, and then we only scored 1, so they ended up winning because we got to bat in the bottom of the 10th. So the video of the run being driven in is for the Braves is our pitcher pitches it, guy hits it, run comes in, and the pitcher kind of turns back around after seeing what happened, and he's got a smile on his face. He's kind of doing this, it's a smile. He's smiling, right? And everybody in the chat is posting this picture and going, "Why is he smiling? Why is he so happy?" And it's like, well, for one, he's playing the game that he loves, right? That's gonna make you happy by default. You're doing something that you enjoy. 2, his smile is probably more of a, like, what's the word that I'm looking for? Is like a oh man, that was a mistake, like, you know what I mean, like bad pitching decision or whatever, right? And for the most part, pitchers don't pick the pitch that they're gonna throw anyway. Like, it's the coaches and the catcher's job to understand the batter and to tell you what to throw, essentially, right? So it's not technically, and from what I saw, it was actually a pitch that probably shouldn't have been swung at. Apparently the swing was just absolutely terrible. Like, it wasn't even a good attempt at the ball. Almost like he balked at it a little bit and was like, I don't know, I didn't see the video, but like, apparently he swung, kind of half swung at it, and it just happened to go, right? Like, it just happened to go far enough to get him a base hit and drive in the run. So it's really not the pitcher's fault anyway. So he realized that and was just like, what can I do? So, but the fans are tearing him a new asshole about it because he was the person pitching and he essentially lost us the game, quote unquote. And it's like, I just don't understand that. I don't get it. Like, I've never been a fan of a team, and I've watched sports literally my entire life, and gotten so mad at the team for losing a game. I've never been mad at my team for losing a game. Now, granted, in baseball, I've always been a Mets fan, so the last time we won the World Series, I was 4. So I don't remember that. The Miami Dolphins went to the Super Bowl once in my life, and I think I was 2. So I definitely don't remember that. I was young. I was still a baby. The Dolphins have barely even been to the playoffs in my adult life. The Mets have been back to the World Series once and lost to the Royals, I think, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, point being, sports fans are the worst. Just get over yourselves. If you just let the players play. If you don't like the team, pick a different team. If you're going to be a fan of the team, just be a fan of the team. Enjoy watching them play. Enjoy when they do win. And hope that they win enough to be a good team every season. But only one team gets to win the World Series every year. I don't know if you guys know how the math works on this. There are 30 teams in baseball, and only one of them gets to win the World Series. The chances of it being your team aren't very good. They're just not. I mean, I'd say any team can win the World Series in any given year, but the Marlins aren't going to win. So if you're a Marlins fan, I apologize. But the Orioles could even win this year. They beat the Red Sox last night. So anything can happen. In fact, I think they won 2 games. I think the Red Sox lost 2 games, and that's unusual for the Orioles to beat the Red Sox. 2 games to 3. 2 games out of 3. So anyway, like I'm saying, anything can happen. You never know. It doesn't do any good to get upset about it. And your team's gonna lose games. It's just gonna happen. It's just the way it is. There's no sense in being butthurt about it. In fact, I feel like that makes you a bad fan when you down your team because they lost. When you talk bad about them because they lost. Good fans just be like, oh, well, we'll get them next time, right? Like, get better, go practice, do more. But no, that's not how people want to act. Whatever. I don't understand it. I don't get it. I'd appreciate your thoughts. Give me your thoughts on this subject in the comments. If you're listening to this on any of our podcast platforms, feel free to send in a message. You can go to our anchor.fm website, anchor.fm. Look us up on there, Grayscale Podcast. And you can go and leave us a message there, and we'll talk about it. Maybe we'll talk about it on the show on Saturday. Go to BetweenThievesApparel.com, our new sponsor, BetweenThievesApparel.com, and you can use code GRAYSCALE, that's gray with an A, GRAYSCALE, grayscale 10, to get yourself 10% off any purchases made there, and you can use that coupon indefinitely. So you can use it as many times as you want, for as long as you want. Every time that brand drops a new product or whatever, you can check it out. So that's my 10 minutes. I appreciate it. I think it's been 10 minutes anyway. I'm gonna guesstimate. I don't have my timer going like I normally do. But yeah, that's been 10 minutes with Tim, where I give you 10 minutes worth of my 2 cents. Thanks for watching.